Hey, welcome back to another trilling. A trilling episode. We'll just run with it. Trilling episode of Hooky Hour. Get it? Because it's Trillo and then thrilling. Please laugh. Anyways, we had Trillo here. He has admitted to, I think this is his admittance to looking for Regina after practice, so let's get right into it. All right. I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true. I was waiting for Regina. Pain. Don't volunteer things. Well, it's already out in the open, so Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time, and I mean the whole truth. I mean it this time. I'll put my gavel down again, and I'll get angry, and you won't like it. And then Von Karma will whip me, and then I'll be right back to normal. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house? I was. I was waiting to propose to her. You were what? Waiting to propose? What's the matter? You think the humans have a monopoly on marriage? The matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case. You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit. More pain. Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet. Not that I'm not curious, but it's a waste of time here. About the proposal. Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. And I haven't had something to give her. Oh, right, we're not doing the cross-examination yet. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. God, how long have you been wearing this costume? Did you just put that? Never mind. I'm sure he probably took it out of his pocket before he washed his clothes. You're going to propose? You? A puppet? Don't be so obtuse! Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love. Yes, you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her too. Then I'd be taken away as a pedophile. Exactly. But also don't. She's mine. His honor is looking a little less than honorable right now. Okay, Mr. Right, after that weird comment, please continue with your cross-examination. Sigh. Unzips. What was with that sigh at the end? About the proposal. Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. By proposal, you mean proposing marriage. You mean proposing marriage, correct? To Regina? Of course, that's what I meant. What kind of stupid question is that? I wasn't going to propose that we become some sort of outlaw biker gang together. Oh, that'd be totally kick-ass, right, Ben? Yeah. Got it? That's the truth. I even had something to give to her. I was going to give her myself. What? What was it exactly that you planned on giving her? You know exactly what I was going to give her, numbskull. The only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty. Myself. Answer his question. What was it? You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring. Yes, totally out of the normal. It would cause shock. An engagement ring? Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs. Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here. Francesca's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Push on anyways. Push the pain. It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. The first time that a puppet has... Oh, come on, Phoenix. Ow! I advise you to cut this argument short. Phoenix, of all the things, of all the routes you could have taken, man, I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. This is pretty weird. Will the witness please revise their testimony? Specifically to leave the part out about the puppet engagement ring. Specifically about the engagement ring. I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology. You sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe. Dang, calling him out for his choice of style now. Comparing it to a bathrobe. I plan on giving an engagement ring to Regina. An engagement ring? Uh-huh. It's actually a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina's going to love it. It's just a ring. What's the matter, Nick? Well, there's got to be something I can catch him on. Don't we have that very ring in our inventory? I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Yeah, we have the ring right here. Alright, well, I will keep that in mind as we go through. Whose pocket was the ring in? Mine, of course! What a stupid question! You've got to be kidding me! You think Ben could pull that off? What a heck! I'm sorry, really? You don't have to apologize for that. He's the one who should be apologizing, you stupid idiot! Pop, pop, pop! Really? Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. So you went to the lodging house to give it to her. That's right. I tried to give it to her during practice so many times that I lost count, but that uppity snob kept getting in the way. Uppity snob? Oh, uppity snob? He couldn't possibly be talking about me, Maximilian Galactica. When I get hold of him, I'm gonna saw his wood block in half, and not with magic. Anyways. Well, they always say that love creates rivalries. No, they don't. So what about this present? In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. That's where the lie is. So, are you still thinking of trying to give it to Regina? Of course I am! I spent 3 months' salary on this thing. I'm not gonna give up that easily. A glass ring, huh? I wonder how much he receives for appearing in the circus. Probably way more than he deserves. How about it, Nick? I think it's about time to unwrap this toy's testimony. That's the spirit, Nick. Give him heck. Yeah, give him heck. The judge has that dazed and confused look again. Maybe he should get out more. I just don't remember anything said in the past 15 minutes. Man, my dementia sure has taken over. I'm sorry about that. I shouldn't joke about that. Also had it in my pocket that night. Okay, so I don't think you have it in your pocket, sir. I think we have the ring you tried to give to her. But before we try to prove that, maybe we should say real quick. Alright, now we do it. Press it? Yeah! Always when the music stops, baby. Trillo, do you mind if I show you something? Or maybe you should show me first. What is it? What are you talking about? Oh, looks like they're going to double team me now. Do you recognize this ring? Does this ring a bell? Oh, that's mine! Give it back! Thief! Thief! Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here? Barg! I love the explosion. What's going on here? That's... Ben, say something! Don't put me on the spot like that, Trillo. I found this in Money's room. Wow. Money's room? You mean a room where they put money, like a bank vault? Ha! That filthy monkey is gonna get what's coming to him. Mr. Quest, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent fiats in my court. Fiats? Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey in every sense of the word. Ah, I see. Well then, continue on with your slander. Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up. Shiny things? Shiny like this glorious beard? That wiggle? Trillo, when was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time, you know, that night, the night of the crime. What did you just say? Details. I need more details. Well, it was right after Max showed up in the plaza. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? Man, I'm just mixing I'm not reading who's actually talking. Well, I guess you might, be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have been taken around that time. Ooh, ooh. Oh, wow. Sorry. Ben, what's with you? No, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder. It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. That's all in Francisca's whip. Now, Trillo, back to the topic at hand. I haven't admitted a thing. Not I, Mr. Trilloquist. What did you do when the ring was taken, Trillo? You know exactly what I did. I chased after that monkey snatching monkey money. That almost sounds like I don't know, like a word twister. Tongue twister, that's what it is. But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you? It's all this slow loafy fool called Ben's fault. When he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away. That is indeed an incredible shame. I feel sorry for your loss. Well, this does indeed prove one very important point. Prove an important point? What point could that possibly be? Ben's testimony has a flaw. Thank you for the freebie, I guess. There's a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony. It's the fact that he was caught up by the monkey rather than actually looking to see who was under Max's guise. Contradiction? The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza. What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours? I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. Ooh. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. Max himself. Ben himself. Well then, tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist? Definitely not playing with his doll at the scene of the crime. Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He is blinded by his rivalry with Max. Well, the defense's argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant. What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dork face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar. Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night. Thank you, Judge. That is what we wanted to get to. Ha! I've told you so many times, you'd think you'd know my story's not changing. You've already changed your story, stick boy, and I'm sure it will change some more. Well, there is one lie. Where there's one lie, there are usually many more behind it. Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him. Yeah. Alright, witnessing Max for the third time. And I'll give you that I was waiting for that night for Regina. But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the crime scene. Only Maximilian Galactica would ignore me. There's no way I can mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols like a hat. How dare he wear a hat? So that means that money didn't show up until after you saw Max. That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max. Then Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after him. How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting? Well, let's see. I'd say about 5 punches later. I suppose 5 minutes, I think. So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch. Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. Examination. I'm so sorry. Witnessing Max. I'll give you that I was waiting that night. As I do every night. So you were only concerned with waiting for Regina that night. That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up. Not a guarantee, not really the strongest argument I've heard, but sure, we can start off on that sort of lead. You should think about how many eyes I actually have. I've got 4, you know, 4, F-O-U-R, counting Ben, of course. With that many eyes, you really think something would have slipped by me? 4 eyes is an awful lot of attention dragged in one area, I suppose. Come on, Judge. Come on, man. The puppet isn't real. Yikes, the judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trillo. That doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza. The plaza? The plaza? So you saw Max coming out the big top that night. Coming out the top. Of course, it's where I saw him. I was staring at the entrance to the tent the whole time. Has to make sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina like a creep. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. And about what time would you say these events took place? You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out for yourself. You already know that practice finished promptly at 10 p.m. And you already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know around what time it was when I saw him. Just add 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now do it. 10 plus 10. 10 p.m. plus 10 minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now, what time was it? Indeed, what time was it? Asking for pals. Let's see here. I'm no good at math. Sigh, it was 10:10 p.m. Oh, yes, that sounds about right. Wow. It sounds about right because that's the time when I saw Max on the scene. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence, that jerk. So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night. You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night. What, Ben? You got something to add? You punk? You punk bitch? Ba, 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 ba. Let me guess, that's not it, Trillo. You say good evening at night. Oh, I'm sorry, Trillo. Mr. Quiz, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act outside of the courtroom. Impossible! A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. There's got to be something wrong with this bit of testimony, and we will figure that out next time on Hooky Hour. See you then. Bye.